My nails are so short, you guys. Look, I'm sad. I think somebody messed with my um camera setup a little bit. Okay, so I have this mix from Nick. I got it last year. Yeah, 2025. But like a couple of my nails broke. So, and apparently I touched it right there. I think I'm gonna glue it right there, so it probably doesn't matter. It's gonna be fun to take off. Okay, so Studio 54, 4-in-1, Spotlight over, no, Curtain Call over Spotlight. And I'm not gonna use Greeking Out in Lagoon. I think Lagoon was supposed to go over Greeking Out, but I'm not gonna use that strip. I'm using okay, I just go here. Use 4-in-1 on my pinky and pointer. Oh, it's got squished. Okay. Turn this. It looks like it's not a bad thing, so it looks like I did get a little melty. But it's been squished in here for a while, so I'm not surprised. I feel like this happens a lot where I buy a mix and then I don't wear it until like the next year. But this was when they re-released all those sets that everybody's been wanting forever and ever and ever. And I was never like, oh my god, I love that set. I was like, it's fine, like whatever. I think I have like 4 of those sets now for some reason because they've been like bundles. Okay, that went on very crookedly. Let's try again. It's better. Oh, I didn't realize this was so sheer. I mean, it's not sheer, but it's not as solid as I was expecting. What in the world? I get like a bubble? I guess it's an optical illusion. I have 2 coats of this on. I slammed my hand, or when I think it was like a drawer. I was shutting a drawer and I missed it and I slammed my nails into it, and I'm pretty sure that's why all my nails broke, because it was like all in the same hand and it was 3 nails. And I remember thinking, oh, that hurt. I hope those nails don't break. And I looked and they were fine. And then, like, the next day, 2 of them broke. And then the day after that, 1 of them broke. So I was like, oh, okay. So I guess they did break and I just couldn't see it because apparently the nail polish didn't break. I guess. I'm not sure. But I was like, oh, I'm okay. Like, my nail polish protected me. Did it though? It didn't. That was wishful thinking. It was just delayed, like punishment, I guess. Because it did hurt and it did feel like they broke, but I didn't see anything when I first looked at my nails. So, I didn't do cuticle cleanup. I can't remember how long I wore the last set for. Usually I don't have these problems like that. But it's really, really thick. So I'm getting to cut this. See if I can do it like this. I should be able to. This is normally how I do it. So yeah, I don't really care how my nails are short. I used to wear them short all the time. But I also used to just not do my nails. So hopefully we have sound this time. I had a few where I accidentally somehow managed to not record sound. So I just fast forward through those so that you can see me putting the nails on. They become a good like instructional video, I think. But yeah, try to put those up on Wednesdays and not on Sundays for you guys. Because the last one that I did, the one that I did with BG Shores, it didn't have sound. So seriously, how the heck? Let's try that again. I feel like I've been having a hard time with the pinkies lately. I don't know why. I'm putting them on crooked somehow for some reason. See what I just did? Seriously? Can't believe I just did that. So with glitters, you can kind of fix it. You can put it over the spot. Maybe. All right, I need a better piece apparently. I should be more careful. I think I almost broke my nail again. All right. Stick. It's sticking. It's just not sticking to the right finger. Oh. Okay. Nope. Look what I did again. This is one of the older ones. 4 and 1, 1 and 4. 1 and 4. I think it was a domestic violence or something, or SA. I can't remember. It was something like that. It was a, what is that's called, that they put out, and then they donate money towards something, awareness sets. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. These will go, that's really large though. These will go in my, come on. I guess I could just cut it off like this. Try to seal it. Probably would help if I did that. I think that was backwards. Oh well. Okay. It's about this. Oh, this one has more on that side. Wondering if these are shorter. Yeah, it might stretch though. It's in pretty good condition. There's a little melty spot right there too. So this will help that. It's still not equal, but I feel like it's better than it was. Oh, I guess this one's a lot longer. Yeah. So these like glitter dip ones are apparently for some reason shorter. They gave a reason and it sounded like bullshit to me. It was like so that the glitter dip winds up in the same place on your nails. And it's like, what? That sounds like bullshit. It sounds like just a way for you to save money. But then I was like, but maybe not, because that means they would have to have a smaller die, right? They couldn't use the same die. So unless they are using the same die and these just shrink more, but they're quite a bit shorter. Like, look. See how much shorter they are? If you line it up right there. Like, let's see here. It's like quite a bit shorter. So, anyway. I even had a stylist tell me that they told her why, and it didn't make sense to her either. But it sounded like it should have made sense when the person was explaining it, or whatever. So I don't know. Yeah, these are in really good condition for being in there for a year. I'd even go so far as to say they're a little bit gooey. You could have put it up a little bit higher, but feel like I struggle with this nail. I probably shouldn't do that. It's very full. Oh, I guess it's like that too. Okay. Let's see if I can put it in the middle. It's about where I need it anyway. Put it a tiny bit more over here. My poor pointer finger. This one is the one that broke, so I just cut them all off. Let's restart. I mean, these two broke too, but they weren't as bad as that one was. The pointer finger was the worst one. I think she could have gotten away with just using like Silver Lust. Like, I almost feel like this covers all of that pretty silver glitter. Maybe not, but it just seems like it does. The silver one was one of the anniversary sets from like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. It had silver and gold and a purple and a pink and a green. The purple and the pink and the green were very pale and they were kind of sheer. I guess the silver one's a little sheer too, but because it's so shiny, I feel like it doesn't make much of a difference. I feel like you can't really see through it, I guess. Yeah, I feel like I probably could have just used Silver Lust. I don't know. I mean, there probably is a difference, but I don't know if it's enough to justify. I think you can still find the silver one. I have one or two. They pop up every once in a while in D-Stash. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm very quiet. We've had a lot of fires. It's been really super weird because we have like clear air in the morning and then in the afternoon it starts to get gross and in the evening it's really gross for some reason. Like it's so weird. It's been like that for a couple days now. And it's like, are these all new fires or like what's going on? Like it just seems really odd to me. Okay, these are the large, so I should be able to just do this right here. But I'm wondering if one side has more than the other. I think, yeah, so this side has more than the other side. So I'm going to use this side. The pink is really pretty. See if they were still perforating these like they were supposed to be. Yeah, not really. Just make that work. Oh yeah, got lots and lots and lots. So this one I probably should be putting something over under it. That one's a little sheer too. But I don't feel like it. And my nails are so short that I would be surprised if I had problems before I want to change it. I like to change every like 4 or 5 days, but lately I've been like, oh yeah, I'll change that in like 3 or 4 days, and then it's like a week. And I'm like, oh, what happened? So much for that. I think it's because of my sleep schedule. And I want to start going every other day, so that's going to make it really difficult. I'm not really a fan of dots. But because it's a gradient, I think it's kind of cute. So I just saw the fall sets today. I think today or maybe yesterday. The stylists are able to buy like a bundle early, and I think they're able to buy them on Friday. Which I'm not a stylist, so that doesn't help me at all. But I'm excited because we'll get to see assets early and get pictures early and stuff like that, which makes me happy. I like the metallic-y look. I think that looks cool. Sorry. Make sure that I'm straight on here. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's not straight. Straight on one side and not on the other side. Yeah, I guess they must. I don't think they go completely straight down. See, this is when I could wear like one set. Um, I get it over far enough. I always feel like it doesn't go up high enough. Yeah, I got it on perfect on this side, but not on the other side. I didn't cut it wide enough, I think. My neighbors have these little tiny dogs and they bark when they're outside. They used to have a big dog that they left out all the time, and they finally, I think, rehomed him, which I'm glad because I feel like if you have dogs or cats, like they're social creatures, they want to be around people or other animals. They just want to be outside by themselves or with one other person, right? So anyway, I think I can just cut it in half. Let me see here. Not quite. Pretty close though. Like when we had dogs, they like slept with us. And when I was a kid, I had dogs. We had dogs, and the dogs slept with us. I mean, they were always with us. They were always sitting by us. I mean, we had little dogs. We had Pomeranians. And when I had a cat, she would do her own thing, but if she wanted to be with us, she was with us. I never ever put her outside. In fact, she was a rescue and she got out once and I freaked out because she didn't come back for like 2 days. I was like sure she was dead. But eventually she came home. Like all confused. I'm sure it was like an act on her part. All confused. Is this my house? But we had just moved and she got out and it was, yeah. Anyway, what that's correct. I think it is crooked. But I mean, it's not like she went out of the old house either, so I don't know. Oh, that's not true. Sometimes we would take her outside on a leash. But as she got older, we stopped doing that. She was actually so old that I took her in to get her shots, and the doctor was like, I wouldn't really recommend doing that. It puts like strain, and she's 15, so you might. He was like, we can give them to her if you really want to, but if she's an indoor cat and she never goes outside, it puts strain on the kidneys and the liver. And I was like, okay, but why did I do this for the first like 15 years then? And they were like, well, like the benefits outweigh the risk, but when they're that old, then it's not so much. And I was like floored. I was like, I never heard of that. But I mean, it makes sense, right? So anyway, I should have cleaned my cuticles. Unless maybe I didn't get off like my previous nail polish or something. I need to not put those up so high either because for whatever reason, I think I still did put it up too high. I actually like this out of the package better than I did in the package. I don't know if I would wear it on every single finger, but as an accent nail, yeah, it's pretty. And I'm just drawing my. Dang it. Okay, what do you think? I don't know if I love it on short nails. I think I might have liked it better on longer nails. But I would have had to turn this one sideways. Like that's still over on the skin. I did try gel remover to remove my polish, and I think it kind of worked, but I feel like it made it much faster to get my polish off. And it didn't seem to damage my nails. So if you guys want to see that, you know, do it for like a Wednesday video. I just wanted to, yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's too easy to push too hard with this. So on glitters, it's great, but when you are pushing, I feel like this is a little bit better. Yeah, that's where I had that little split. I just feel like this makes it so that my fingernail polish, like my top coat, doesn't cause it to lift up. Because I've noticed that sometimes that happens when I put on like a top coat. It seems like it lifts. I'm not sure if it's a new thing or if it's always been like that. But I definitely noticed it more lately. So, yeah. I really want to wear my, it was like the magnetic green, but I have to put it over under something. So, like clear as day, and I just didn't feel like figuring it out. So, for whatever that's worth, I'm gonna put this on so that it kind of has like this, so that it matches a little bit better, so that it kind of fakes having the same finish. I'm not sure if I want to do it with this one though. I think I'm going to leave this one alone. I have a tiny wrinkle right there though. Oops, I almost put that on the wrong finger. I like to make the one that stands out my ring finger. I don't know why. I just do. I just like that to be the one that stands out the most. I would never like make my pointer finger like the one that stands out. That would really look weird to me. I've seen other people do it and I still think it looks weird on their nails. I mean, I would never say that. Obviously, they chose to do that because that's what they wanted. But I just feel like it looks wrong. Probably the same way my mother-in-law thinks it looks wrong that all my nails are not the same exact color. I showed her my nails a while back and she was like, that confuses me because they're different colors. And I'm like, what's confusing about it? But you know, that's like how they were taught, right? Like all your nails are the same color. She doesn't wear nail polish though. So, I mean, unless it's like a special occasion or something. But she owns horses and, you know, she has several acres. It's just not a thing for her, I guess. I feel like that one's weird. I hope I'm in frame. Jeez, I'm sorry. I don't always remember to look over at the monitor. I just painted the whole finger there. You see that? Just the whole thing. Okay, that's a lot more than I needed. I feel like this stuff gets so goopy, which I'm not a fan of. And there's strings. Did I paint this one again? I can't remember. I think I did. It's just very, and I put what's it called in it? Thinner. I put thinner in it last time I used it, which was like 5 to 7 days ago. So, but you'll see that video after this one because there's no sound. So I didn't want to put that one up on a Sunday. Unless I didn't have a choice. That dried too much for me to do much. It does dry fast. There we go. What do you think? I think she did a really good job with this mix. It's like purple and blue. There's pink too, but I think that pink might have been hard to match. To be honest. This clear stuff will come off later, but I don't want it to pull up because it's also on my cuticle. Thanks for joining me.